My name is Andrea, and today, guess what? Senior Moments. We have with us Dr. Frances Cuffey, retired attorney, to talk to us about will. Now, some of us have all these reasons why we don't need or shouldn't have, but she's going to explain briefly her side of view as it relates to will. Dr. Cuffey, tell me, why is it important for seniors, old generation, to have a will?
First off, I just want to say thank you. All right. Dr. Andrea, because it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Pleasure to have you.
And as far as the wills are going, if you do not have a will in the state of Maryland and most states, then you are considered to be intestate, and the government, the state of where you're living, will take charge of whatever assets that are in that the party owns, the deceased party owns.
Oh,
so
wow.
you have the opportunity, if you make a will, to have your assets go to whomever you wish and in what amounts you wish.
Oh, so what are the reasons that we seniors give? What are the reasons?
Well, you don't do it?
I don't do it.
We don't do it because we think it costs too much money. That's number one.
That's true. I've heard that one.
Number two, they say, well, I don't have anything, but if you have a house, you need a will.
True.
Okay, you need a will. In any state, if it's real property, if you own real property, that's basically mandatory. Okay?
Oh wow! So the state can actually take over everything.
They can take over everything.
Oh, that really is very hard, seniors, for the people that you leave behind. So let's think about that before we decide that it's not that important to you. Yeah, I know you're dead and gone, so it's not important to you. But let's do better about the people that we leave behind. That's interesting. You just talked about the state of Maryland. So each state is different.
Each state is different. Property is governed by the state that you're in.
Ah, okay.
And property is always covered, and technically we're supposed to own it, but we really don't. Owned by the state. And the state's definitely going to get what they feel like they deserve, right?
You know that's right. So can I just kind of make my own will and get a notary and they sign it and done?
You can do anything you like. However, the question is it going to be beneficial? Is it going to be within the guidelines that that particular state requires for it to be legal? Is it going to do what you want done and be recognized? Let's say you make a will in the state of Maryland. Technically, Maryland only requires 2 witnesses. However, if you move to Virginia, your Maryland will is not accepted in Virginia.
Ooh. So if marriage, a sweet thing over there in my hoodie.
Hi, honey.
Is everything automatic? I mean, when I die, whether I have a will or not, everything goes to him because he's the next person?
Now, that also depends upon whether or not you have minor children, or you have a child that is disabled.
Ooh.
So it's not necessarily automatic.
It's not necessarily automatic.
Not
Okay,
necessarily
seniors,
automatic.
I hope you're listening to all of this. That's very, now, are there different types of will?
There are different types. Well,
you know,
actually we call it a living will when we make it out while we're still alive.
Okay.
And some people say, well, in some states a living will is a medical power of attorney, which is different in the state of Maryland. Okay. It is a medical power of attorney in the state of Maryland.
Oh, so how you want to die, you mean? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it means who takes care of you when you are at a point where you cannot take care of yourself.
Oh, I see.
It's a medical power of attorney, because the American Medical Association has decided that if your living relatives do not make a decision within a certain period of time, they will take over your body and dictate whether or not you live or die.
Seniors, you better make a will. That is so interesting. Now, what is one of the worst scenarios if you have to deal with a senior or someone that did not have a will?
If there is no will, I have seen estates tied up for 4, 5, 6 years.
Whoa.
Yes.
That long?
That long, because family members cannot make a decision. They're fighting one another, and guess who gets the money?
Who?
The attorneys.
Seniors, you better make a will. That's what it sounds like to me. That is very
Because if
interesting.
you decide you want to contest whatever is there, somebody has to pay the attorneys to fight the case.
Oh, and
it comes out of your money.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's sum it up then, Francis. So, why is it important? What would you have to say to our audience here about getting a will?
I would
Briefly.
say, Dr. Andrea, that if individuals are seeking to leave something, some legacy of some sort,
Okay.
and legacy is a very broad term,
Okay.
that it would behoove them to sit down with an attorney who knows how to write wills, who is
Okay.
aware of estates and trust laws, so that they can even advise you if there are minor kids, how you want to set up a trust for the children, who's going to take care of that, who's going to be the trustee for the children. If you have an ailing parent or grown child, who's going to be the guardian of that money on behalf of those individuals. You can put that in the will and
You can
stipulate
put all of that in the will?
You can put it all in the will.
Okay. And it's
And if you make a trust, then that trust gets included in the will so that
Okay.
it comes under legal scrutiny, and that the persons who are in charge have to be bound by what the court says, so that the money isn't just blatantly spent.
oh, that's good. That's good to know, because now you feel comfortable knowing your family behind, and maybe you don't want to leave anything your family behind. Maybe you want to
Well,
leave it
there's
to,
something to that
maybe you want to leave it to a cat, no, mouse.
too. You can leave it to whomever you like, but if you decide to leave out a child
Okay.
or a spouse, please remember to avoid the litigation that somebody forgot something that you were quote unquote thought you were entitled to. If you leave that person $100, guess what? That's all you're gonna get, and you can argue all you want to. It's coming out of your personal pocket, because that's not gonna get changed.
It is not going to get changed.
It is not gonna get changed.
Now these documents
They are filed with the court,
They filed with the court.
and they stay with the court until the deceased is done,
Gone.
and the personal representative that has been identified goes to the court, opens the safe, pulls it out, pulls out the original document, and that's what they go by.
Okay, senior. You can have all the senior moments you want. I am suggesting, we're not advising, to get a will. This is Andrea Chapman talking from Senior Moments with Dr. Francis Cuffey. Please enjoy your day. Thanks.